Hello. It has been a little bit since I've made a video, and that's mostly because I have been building my second SaaS, and it is nearing completion. It will be launching sometime in July this month, and I want to take y'all into what this product is, why I'm building it, who it's for, and just a bunch of things about why I'm building it and what's next. If you're new around here and you're asking yourself, why do I even care about this? I'm Gino, and I build software and show it to folks on the internet, trying my best to build as many SaaS as I can and hopefully find one that hits and just learn a bunch of things along the way and then share that back to y'all. So if you're interested in building SaaS and building software, definitely subscribe and watch this video because that's exactly what I'll be talking about. So I'm really excited to introduce Dev Dispatch to y'all, and this is, like I said, my second SaaS. I've been working on Dinnerbee, which was my first SaaS for a long time, and I was really excited to kind of delve into my second journey. I'm definitely not done with Dinnerbee by any means, but I think building up a portfolio of SaaS apps is a direction that I want to go in and just try new things. So like I said, this is Dev Dispatch, and it is essentially a real-time job board for US-based remote software engineers. So it is hyper specific, but it is also hyper impactful. So like Dinnerbee, this idea came to me because it was something that I wanted for myself, and I figured other folks might benefit from it as well. I was looking for jobs for the past couple months, but I'm not really doing that anymore. But what I realized is there's a huge problem in the software engineering market. Obviously, it's not a good market out there. And then what's also not helping is the job boards that we have at our disposal, which is essentially LinkedIn and Indeed. They are flooded with bots and just the influx of people who have lost their jobs recently or are looking for new jobs. LinkedIn also has a bunch of like garbage postings that are just recruitment information. They have reposts of jobs that were actually posted months ago that aren't relevant anymore. They have promoted listings, and they make it honestly just so difficult to find what you're looking for. So that's where Dev Dispatch comes in, and it is scraping data directly from companies' websites. So these job postings are coming into Dev Dispatch in near real time, and they're always coming in before they're even posted on LinkedIn, which really gives users a competitive advantage because being one of the first to apply to a job can drastically increase your chances of landing an interview. Obviously, your resume still has to not be garbage, but this can put you ahead of all the folks who are only seeing this job on LinkedIn. And I'm not really expecting anybody to join the waitlist from this video, but if you are one of these hyper-specific people, a remote US-based software engineer who's looking for a new job, the link will be down in the description if you want to sign up to the waitlist. So that is the application, that is Dev Dispatch. I'm really excited to be launching it later this month, and in the rest of this video, I just want to talk about a few things that have kind of come to mind as I've been building my second SaaS. First is just going to be some comparisons that I've noticed between building my first SaaS application and the second, Dev Dispatch. Second, I just want to talk about my launch plan really briefly. And then third, talking about what I plan to do for marketing for this application. So starting off with some comparisons, the main difference I want to say in the type of application that I'm building is Dinnerbee was very, very generic. Dinnerbee is meal planning for couples and families. And that is a huge potential audience. I was able to narrow it down at least to couples and families. So it's not necessarily meal planning for everybody, but couples and families is like a lot of people. And when you have a product that is that general, it definitely makes things a bit more difficult when you are trying to craft your messaging for marketing. And that's just something that I've noticed as I've been marketing Dinnerbee. And now on the other hand, we got Dev Dispatch, and Dev Dispatch could not be more specific. I don't know how many remote-based US software engineers there are in the world or in the US, but there are definitely not that many of them. But honestly, I think that really works in my favor because I won't be wasting my time talking to all these potential people that have no interest and literally this product doesn't apply to them at all. I can target this hyper specific group of people and hopefully they'll be interested in what I am providing. The second major comparison, and this is really exciting honestly, is the fact that Dinnerbee took me a really long time to build, way too long to build for the application that it is. I want to say, start to finish, probably 4 to 6 months, somewhere in there. And it really is not that crazy of an application. There were definitely some learning curves that I had to overcome as I was building my first SaaS, but I'm really happy and excited to say that building Dev Dispatch, which definitely has less features, but also is like probably a similar scope to DinnerBee. Took me significantly less time, and I think total will be around 2 months spent on Dev Dispatch. There have been pieces of Dev Dispatch that I've literally been able to pick up from DinnerBee and copy and paste over into Dev Dispatch, and it just works because it's doing the same exact thing. And I'm really excited to just continue like collecting these blocks, these elements that build up a SaaS. At some point, I think I'll have like a complete template for myself that I can just plug into a new SaaS and just have them up really quickly. And the third major comparison is kind of going back to the first point, where DinnerBee, super broad. Essentially, in theory, there's no cap on the amount of money that I could make with DinnerBee. I think this could apply to hundreds and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. Obviously, we don't have that many sales yet, but yeah, in theory, DinnerBee could make millions and millions of dollars. Really not expecting it to. But on the other hand, Dev Dispatch, with such a limited number of people, there is definitely a cap that I can reach on Dev Dispatch, and that cap is further intensified by the type of application that it is, where it is a subscription application. And the thought is you're only subscribed to Dev Dispatch for the months that you are looking for jobs. If Dev Dispatch does its job well, which it does, it gives you the opportunity to apply these jobs as quickly as possible. Users most likely won't be using Dev Dispatch for like more than 2 to 3 months, I would say. The cap even further intensifies because I want to limit the total number of users of Dev Dispatch at any given time to probably no more than 100, because the value of Dev Dispatch is essentially you get to cut the line. And if too many people are in the platform, then it kind of takes away that main benefit. And I really don't want to get to a point where, yeah, there's 500 people in the platform. Yes, you got to see it before all the folks who got it on LinkedIn, but you're still competing with the 500 other people in the platform. So those are just some considerations that are coming to mind, but I'm not really concerned too much about that. Even if I was able to get to that cap of around 100 users that I was talking about, I would consider that a huge win. And that is really my goal, and I want to strive for that. Alrighty, so the last things that I want to talk about for this video are just kind of my launch plan and my marketing plan. Launch plan is going to be pretty simple. Like I mentioned before, I have a wait list at the moment where folks can come up and enter their email. They will get a few notifications, email notifications throughout the month that build up to the actual launch. I plan on sharing that here on YouTube, posting in various Reddit forums, and maybe even posting on X too, but I don't know. I haven't dove into that rabbit hole yet, and I'm not really sure I want to go in because I might never come out. And so, like I said, hopefully I'll have a nice little group of folks on that waitlist, so when Dev Dispatch does launch, I'll be able to notify folks and maybe get a few users coming into the platform on launch day. From there, the application will have to be marketed pretty heavily. Like I said, there is built-in churn into this application. I really don't expect users to be on it for more than 2 to 3 months at a time, which means I will continuously have to be getting new users into the platform in order to get to that 100 or so user cap. To do this, I'll be using a mix of short form content on TikTok and Reels. Again, posting here on YouTube here and there. I'd like to do a few more YouTube sponsorships with tech related and software engineering influencers. And ideally, if I am at the cap at any given time, I can keep a backlog of users or potential future users. And so whenever somebody does cancel their membership, I'm able to blast out to this email list, say like, hey, a spot just opened up. If you're still interested and you're still in the job market, there's a spot waiting for you if you are ready. Alrighty, so that is Dev Dispatch. That is my plan going forward. Like I said, I am still focusing on DinnerBee a little bit too. So now I'm kind of juggling 2 applications, and we're going to see how that goes. So definitely consider subscribing if you're not already, if you want to see all the future updates as I am documenting this process. But yeah, just thank you a ton for watching all the way through. Hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you in the next one.